Hey everybody, it's Harry from Slap Your Daddy BBQ, the YouTube channel that teaches you how to master barbecue so you can spread barbecue love. Today I am doing a viewer request episode. Some of you have told me that you've tried to cook pork belly with that kind of a crunchy, crispy skin like chicharrones or like the roast pork you see in a Chinese deli, and you have been unsuccessful. You've tried a few different methods on the internet, including using poking holes, drying out the meat using baking soda, painting on vinegar, and a whole host of other tricks to try to get to that holy grail of crispy skin, pork belly, and you were unsuccessful. So today I'm going to show you 3 different ways I cook pork belly that results in a crispy chicharrone style skin towards the end, showing you guys a little hack I use to get you to smoke pork belly perfection. The 3 ways we're going to show you guys how to cook a pork belly is, of course, the first one is the ubiquitous Chinese style where we use 5 spice powder. We're going to make a 5 spice powder seasoning rub for the pork belly. We'll start off with about 1 part of sugar. I'll put 2 tablespoons in here. About 2 tablespoons of something called 5 spice powder. 5 spice powder is used a lot in Asian cuisine, including Vietnamese cuisine. And what exactly is 5 spice powder is sort of 5 warming spices used in Asian cuisine, such as cinnamon, cloves, fennel, star anise. And this will actually vary depending on the region you're in. Some regions have 5 spice powder that has Szechuan peppercorns for spiciness. Some may have a little bit of ginger and fennel. So there's many different versions. So buy one that you like. When you buy your 5 spice, always unscrew it and then smell it to make sure it's fresh. If it looks like it's oxidized or discolored, don't buy it because you will not have that wonderful fragrance that comes with 5 spice powder. 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of 5 spice powder. We're going to add about 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. And that's our 3 ingredient 5 spice powder. Mix it up. We're going to do a Chinese style pork belly. Second one, we're going to use a little bit of a barbecue style, low and slow. Use a Slap Your Daddy all-purpose rub, super duper for pork. And we're going to show you guys how to make a Texas style rub. The recipe that I've shown you many times on my channel involves just 4 ingredients: white pepper, black pepper, some kosher salt, and just a touch of celery seed. We'll start off with about 1 part of kosher salt. This is approximately like what, if you want to write down the instructions, is half a cup of kosher salt, a little bit more than half a cup of the black pepper. Just a touch more. 1/3 of a tablespoon or 1 teaspoon of white pepper, just to give a little bit of a kick. Just skip the white pepper if you don't like a kind of a spicy note to your pork. And we're going to add just a touch of celery seed for that Texas style flavor that we have for our brisket. Just a touch, about maybe 1 tablespoon for about 1 cup of rub. So that's our Texas style rub for our pork belly. We have our 3 rubs ready to go. We have the 5 spice rub, we have the Slap Your Daddy rub, and we have the Texas style rub ready to season our pork belly. We're going to show you a simple method that doesn't involve letting the pork butt dry in the refrigerator. We're going to show you a simple method. We're actually going to dry the pork butt so that the skin becomes tacky and dry in the pit itself. We're going to prep the meat to show you a super fast way that's not going to take 2 or 3 days to dry in the refrigerator. You've seen probably other videos on the internet. They use things like a jacquard like this. So this version, or they use another version like that pokes holes into the skin to let the fat drain, or they poke it with bamboo skewers to make holes in the skin. We're going to show you guys a much easier method to do the 3 different recipes. We're going to do a Texas style rub with a mustard smear. We're also going to do the Chinese 5 spice with a little bit of Shaoxing wine as the smear. And I'm going to do my Slap Your Daddy all-purpose with a little bit of Worcestershire on the meat to kind of wet it. I have my pork belly here, and I've cut it into 3 pieces so I can have 3 pieces for 3 different recipes. We show you guys kind of what to do. So when you buy a pork belly and you want to crisp the skin, you need to get the fat out. And traditionally, most people will use the jacquard method, but I'm going to show you guys a easier, faster method. We're actually going to conduct the drying not in the refrigerator. Some recipes require you to put it in the refrigerator for a couple of days to dry out the meat and the skin. We don't need to do that because we're actually going to set it low and slow at around 225 degrees to dry it out in the pit. So that when it's dry, I'll show you guys a hack to kind of get the skin completely crispy and crunchy, like the way the traditional Soo yoke looks like. First thing we want to do is show you guys a little hack here. You need a sharp knife. I'm sharpening my knife using a rapid steel here. And I'm going to go score some patterns, crosshatch onto the pork itself. So, cutting through just about maybe 1/10 of an inch. So that I'm going to show you guys a hack at the end where we're going to get the skin to puff up. And I like to cut about just yay much into the skin. Like so. Work our way through the 3 pieces here. Flip it over to the other angle, like so. With this technique, there's no need to dry in the refrigerator because we're actually going to dry it in the pit. So that's one side. To create more flavor, I'm going to cut it here, right down about that yay much to get some flavor into the middle. Cut it about, say, 2/3 of the way down, like so. Get some of the marinade in there. Okay. So here's one that's done, like so. See that? And you can see that we scored the skin to allow the fat to drain. We show you guys a hack at the end to make it puff up into chicharrones and get a crispy skin, Chinese style Soo yoke, or get a crispy skin style, Texas style pork belly. We'll do the first one, Texas style, a little bit of mustard smear. And we want to make sure that we don't get anything onto the skin side. We want to keep the skin side pristine. Apply a little bit of rub. A little bit of a Texas style rub here. And try to get it into the crevices so that it's nicely seasoned. And nice even coat of some Texas style rub. Second one, we're going to do a Chinese style with a little bit of Shaoxing wine as the smear. And we're going to put in our 5 spice powder rub. A nice heavy coat on it, like so. And then the last one, we're going to do it with a little bit of Worcester. Celebrity all-purpose rub. Okay, all nicely seasoned. Texas, Chinese, 5 spice, and slap your daddy all purpose. Flip it over. We're gonna clean the other side, make sure that the skin side is pristine. Apply some salt and then put it into a 225, 250 degree pit so that we can dry out the skin and get it ready. So we'll get to the last stage where we'll show you guys how to create a beautiful chicharrone using a hack. So super fast, create the kind of results that you want. You notice that I have it on a rack so that it will drain when it cooks. Also, I can transfer the rack onto the pit without too much trouble. Make sure the skin is dry. Sprinkle just a little bit of salt right here. Tiny bit of salt. Regular table salt is fine. All right, let's go find a pit. Put it in around 225 to 250. We are at a 3.5 hour mark. Give it a spray. Just spray water about every half hour or so. And 68. And 78, coming along beautifully. It's been about 4.5 hours and our pork belly is absolutely looking superb and dried out. We're going to show you guys a little hack now to get the skin crispy. It's not really crispy yet. So I'm going to go ahead and heat up some oil. We're going to make some chicharrones with the pork belly that we smoked for about 4.5 hours. We got to about a nice tenderness, probably around like between 190 to 200 degrees. Don't worry so much about the temperature of the meat. Just go with the feel of your bamboo skewer. Once it's tender, it's ready for the next phase. I'm heating up the pan. Just drop it in and crisp it up. All right, we're ready for the taste test. Let's give this one a shot. The first one is the Texas style. Cut piece here. Give it a shot here. Look at that absolutely gorgeous skin. Take a bite. Wow, skin is out of this world. Look at the smoke. Pork is absolutely fabulous. Even a little bit of smoke ring there. So let's try the Chinese version with the 5 spice powder. Try a piece of the skin. Absolutely amazing. No need to rest overnight, no need to dry, nothing besides just drying out in the pit. Nice smoke ring on the 5 spice powder. Super moist, wonderful flavor of the 5 spice comes right through. Gives it a really nice kind of chew yolk kind of taste. Moving on to the last one, which is the Slapper Daddy. Seasoned my Slapper Daddy rub. Just the skin. Absolutely crunchy, amazing. Nice piece of meat here. More chicharrones. So good. Pork belly 3 ways. Texas style, S&P. Chinese style, 5 spice, Shaoxing wine. And the third one, Slapper Daddy rub. Which one do I like the best? I think the best one is still the 5 spice. Has just a nice exotic flavor. Some of the Shaoxing wine blended with the meat. And the skin is absolutely amazing. The skin are all very comparable, whether it's the one done without the 5 spice or not. The spices really don't matter that much. I think the hack at the end, just doing chicharrone style at the end, about 8 minutes in the oil, help pop up the skin. You can see it's absolutely gorgeous skin, super duper crunchy. My favorite is the 5 spice, followed by the Slapper Daddy, followed by the salt and pepper Texas style. So that's my conclusion. I hope you guys liked this little hack that we did on the pork belly. Now to see if Mr. Beans would like some. You like some, Mr. Beans? He's wagging his tail. Let me give him a piece from all 3. See which one he likes the best. So Beans, no brisket today. We're gonna have pork belly 3 ways. See which one you like best. Okay, he's going for the. Oh, he's going for the 5 spice. He's switching over. He's tasting all 3. And let's see which one he likes the best here. Okay, that he's going for the Slapper Daddy one first. Crunchy, huh? Beans. Love that crunch. That pork skin. Okay, then he's going for the 5 spice Chinese version next. And last one is the Texas style. Now Beans, you clean your plate? Excellent. Hope you enjoyed my little hack with the pork belly cooked in the pit and then chicharrone at the end. Please like, subscribe, and share. And until the next video, we will see ya. I also wanted to give a shout out to my Patreons for helping me keep the lights on my channel to help cover production costs. If you really like this video, please go check out my patreon.com/Harry Soo for more exclusive videos, behind the scenes, and even upcoming Zoom online classes.